Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Love Live on Facebook and YouTube. Going with StreamYard. to start with, I like to praise the Lord for every day that I'm still living and every moment that I breathe, every single breath that I take, I give praise to Lord Jesus Christ and for being my Savior and my hero. So tonight it's a show that I'm planning on doing, but it's something that I want to talk about. It's nothing really that is going on in either sports or things. It's things that I just came to my mind. I decided to talk about it. Remember when I do this show when I was planning on it? I tell you it's something that I try to bring every something new every time. It sometimes it may not make sense to you. I'm just here to pass some time. So therefore, I have to say that I enjoy every moment of it so far, and I think I'll change a few things about the show. I think the time I need to be like stable with the time, so I think I'm gonna change the show time from the time that I do it and to be steady and to be consistent. So the show will be changing to same day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it will still be about anything sports, life, or nonsense. So it's just here to pass the time. So I do not get paid for that, nor do I look to get paid for it. It's just like something that I'm not doing anything. I decided to do it, but I want to be consistent with it. If anybody watching, so that way you know what's coming and you know when it's coming, not what's coming. So you know when it's coming. So I do it randomly. So I may choose a topic or I decided to jump in and do a short one, or I can talk about whatever whenever. So it doesn't make that much of a deal for me. Speaking of that, today the show it will be continue um, the same day, Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but it will be at 10 p.m. It will be at 10 p.m. And then I will have another show on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, uh, which I'll do about like 3 days a week, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Let's put it that way. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I will do a show on YouTube. It's still, that show will be about basketball and mostly, but there will be other things that I might talk about. But it will mostly about basketball, and that show will start when the basketball season starts. So far we are on the training camp preseason about to start, so it will not start yet, but when it starts, it will be every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. It will air out at same time, 10 p.m. It will be an adult show, I believe. Yes, that way. Sometime if something come out of my mouth, I don't want it to be inappropriate for children, so it must be adults. And there will be other subjects that we'll go through on that show. But this show, that one on Facebook and YouTube on StreamYards, this show will be every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this show will be at 10 p.m. as well. So to start with today, I wanted to get that one out of the way. But to start today, I'm thinking about something that you may never recall. It's about the show that we used to have on TV, and those show helped me when I first came here. It was a sitcom, kind of sitcom comedy, but it was mostly Disney, Nickelodeon shows, and that were great. So today I have the top one, two, three, four, I believe, top four show, and that I used to watch and that they cannot duplicate. I don't know why, but I wish they could have duplicated that show. But for some reason, they cannot duplicate the show because the storyline on the show was so good and it was so fulfilling. The producer that used to do it, they were epic. I take my hat down to them. It's not that the producer nowadays they don't do a great job, but it's not the same. So the show, the show is I'm talking about. I think it's my top four. I believe. I think I got top four of them. Yeah. So the show that I'm thinking about that it could not be duplicated no more. It's the first show. It's the show that we call the Anna Montana show. The Anna Montana, um, Miley Cyrus. She was one of my favorite TV star when she was doing this show, and it was awesome. So I missed the show. The storyline was great. The producer was unbelievable. The actress, and cameraman, and all those people, they were like so amazing on the show. So I missed that show. It was a great storyline. I wish they could duplicate it. But there's not another Anna Montana, so therefore there won't be able to duplicate that show because there's not another Anna Montana, Lily, that would play those parts. It is. I wish I could see something like that. They have new show coming in, but they nothing like this one. The second one that I really enjoy, it's that Ant Farm. Ant Farm show was a show that with kids and that with special talent, and they all special in their own unique way, and the storyline was awesome from the beginning to the end. So you can see and you can enjoy the storyline of it. That means the show. I wish that there's somebody who could duplicate it. They tried to do another one that is Girls Meets the War, which that show was great too, but the storyline kind of like different when it comes to it, but it's not the same because Ed Farm was amazing, and the star of the show, the cast member, the producer did a phenomenal jobs and teach the kids well. I wish that those show the new producer could have do something along that line. That I think that would be amazing. That was why Disney Channel was so watchable. They do not have those no more. They have new show, Debunked. The Bunk show is good, but it's not like that. We have Jesse. Jesse was a great show. Uh, um, it was not Zach and Cody or Sweet Life on deck or Zach and Cody at the hotel. These show they were amazing. The character, the actress, and the all the rest of the people they were like great. So even though that Jesse come the star that was on Sweet Life on Deck on the boat. She was the one who was the star on Jesse. It was not the same because the storyline on this one was so amazing. The kids, the actors, they played the role so perfectly fine. I don't know. Those are the show that I admired a lot, and I don't think those show will be ever duplicate. The other show that I love a lot, and I think everybody loved that show. I haven't met a person that did not like Wizard from Waverly Place. That was a show with one of my favorite actors, which is Selena Gomez. She was awesome on that show. That show will not be able to duplicate. I don't know how many uh, they try to do to make that show to make a show close to this one. I don't think it's possible. This show was box office. This thing is not duplicable. So nobody can duplicate that show. Although we have Austin and Ali. Austin and Ali show was a great show as well. Um, that's the time of Jesse, and they have so many other show, but that couldn't match up with this one. So they have another show that that goes in and out. It's when all those show and come back, and when Anna Montana and Wizard from Waverly Place and Zach and Cody, Sweet Life on Deck, those that show, three those show they were like at the same moment. That's great. The Disney Channel that was so amazing for the Disney, and Nickelodeon was doing great too, but Disney was the one who hold the pipe. So it was a great show. I can't believe those shows are gone. I wish that the new producer can follow the storyline on those shows and try to be consistent, because there's some show I'm watching it and the past and the present they do not they try to, but they make it different. Like there's a show that I was watching. The name is I can't recall that name really, but it was a great show. It wasn't as good as this, but it was an amazing show. So we are watching it many time. It was the brother of Anna Montana on that show that is do that show, and we have Jack and Kim that went along and do the another show, which was good. They couldn't get it going more than 2 seasons, but it was the 2 seasons that they did. It was pretty good, and we have Victoria. Victoria was a good show. That is, although I have an issue with the storyline, Victoria, I think it could have been so much better, and the same as iCarly. Actually, it's could have been so much better if they tweak a little trick of the storyline, and it would be so much better. So those shows I used to watch them, and I still can watch them every day. And every episode, you will not regret it. And everything, there's good lessons on them, and there's funny things that will make your day. So you don't have to go mad every day. So those story, they kept on going and get better and better. So those shows I miss them, but the show of all shows, and it's that show right there, that Phineas and Ferb. That show was epic. That show was epic. I'm telling you, and no shows can top this one. Not now, not ever. So no matter what they make, this is the number one show in the world. That was, I think that show is still number one. If you're gonna do a top five, top 10, this is a top one of one. So I don't think they could ever duplicate that show or make something better. We have the Kim Possible. Kim Possible is pretty good show as well, but this one is something different, different. So therefore, that there are shows in the and Disney Channel that I barely even looked at it now. I used to watch Disney Channel a lot. It was good for entertainment. You know, you're sitting down doing nothing and you can tune on your TV. And some show you used to see the highlight. That show, the next episode will be that day at 8 p.m. And then you'll be ready. You plan your schedule, get your drinks ready to sit down for 30 minutes so you can watch that show that start because it was that great of a show. I wish that they can bring it back. I wish that those show will be able to those producer now will able to do a little bit of the storyline, tweak it a little bit, make it a little bit better, and there's some things that we still crave to have. Go back to those uh, back in the day show about like um, 10, 15 years ago, even like um, close to 20 years ago. Those shows were like epic. The storyline on those shows were great. Not all of them, but some of them. Wizard from Waverly Place, Anna Montana, and you have Ant Farm. Ant Farm was great. I wish they could have continued Ant Farm. And you have Zach and Cody that will go on and they make a sweet life on deck. That was awesome. Zach and Cody was epic, and the producer kept going and do Sweet Life on Deck. That was like box office. That was amazing. Congratulations to you and to your assistants, so everybody who make those show possible. Because those show get me going. Phineas and Ferms is a show that I will never forget. And Austin and Ali. Austin and Ali was a great show. Uh, the storyline they could have make it better, but it was not it was not as bad as shows that we have now in these days. And I don't know if the cast member are hard to find or if they couldn't find as talented kids as they used to. But I miss the show, and I hope that the new producer can either revisit those and the storylines and see if they can do something close or if they can find some people to make it better. So this is it for the show. So I don't have any suggestion for any show that you will make. My show is all grown up and with different ideas. I am not a producer, and you guys are smart. You guys are doing a phenomenal jobs. You guys are awesome. It's just like my opinions at the show back in the day, and the show right now is different. Speaking about shows, I have about like 5 more minutes. I decided to finish at 25, so a little bit more than 5 minutes left. So I'm just gonna go to a TV show. I call it a show, but it is kind of like the TV wrestling. I was talking about the SmackDown and ECW, and we used to have the Raw, Monday Night Raw, and back in the day, about like 20 years ago, when Edge was the star, Batista and Triple H, John Cena, and we have Stephanie McMahon, and we have um, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and we have Natalia, and so on and so forth. The old divas when The Rock was doing the Rock concert with when we used to have Mickey James and a lot of great Charlotte Flair back when they just starts. That show was no filter. That was epic. That was epic. Edge and Lita. Edge and Lita was my favorite of all time. And then we had The Rock. Whoa, The Rock was like amazing. So I wish that WWE could go back to that, but because of it's on Disney thing or it's on yes, forget USA Network. I think there are things that they cannot allow anymore because of everything right now is close to discrimination, racism. So I understand that what they're doing, but if you looked at the show back in the day, oh my God, those divas, they were awesome and they were hot too. So I don't forget that they were hot, but they were awesome. So they were the Undertaker, oh man, Triple H and Batista fueling the Randy Orton, Mankind. Oh boy, I remember those show when it's Monday night or Friday night SmackDown. Do you know that I'll be waiting in front of the TV to see what's going on. Although that the story already plays before the show start, but you get a good show and the promos, AJ Style, and we have the Ziggler with AJ Lee. AJ Style, we have those AJ Lee with John Cena, and that storyline was good. Maria was awesome reporter. There was like no doubt she's an Hall of Famer. She was great. So I'm missing those WWE. I wish that we could bring them back. Even in the video game, if they could do that, bring back those SmackDown versus Raw, and then those divas back in the game, and those high power house instead of the one that we have right now. Not say those wrestlers they work hard, they do amazing things, but back in the day it was different. When we have uh, Shane running the show, we have Triple H. Stephanie Bigman become the champion, and she been cheating with for her husband, bringing down the to the place, and we have King Booker and his wife. Oh boy, Jerry the King Lawler. Oh my God, I can go on and on, but I don't have enough time. I wish that we could have those WWE show back so we can watch them the marriage between Lita and King. Oh God, when Edge has to break up the marriage, and when King has to get back with Lita, and with Lita and the Hardy Boys, Jeff and McHardy? Yes, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. Those show was like so great. But this is all I got for you tonight. It was a pleasure talking to you. Hope those Disney show can go back and Nickelodeon show they look back 10 to 15, 20 years ago can bring them back and have a better storyline or do something similar to it. It was a pleasure here. WWE changed the WWE uh, 2K game. Put back edge and leader dating and put some dating on that video game. Give me some storyline with options and something like funny and stop giving me uh, a loser personality with my character. So do a better job with it. I hope that you guys change things. And it was a pleasure having you here with us. I'll see you Friday 10 p.m. It will be a whole new level Friday. So stay tuned. May God bless you. You have a blessed day. Ciao.